Adam Korakiwala, and I'm the founder of MGuru. MGuru builds personalized learning apps on mobile devices focused on primary school children and basic literacy and numeracy skills. Just finished 3 days here at the Forge Accelerator, and it was an intense learning experience. I think what was really gratifying and great is that you had, for these 3 days, experts, people who are going through the same things that you're going through, really think deeply about the challenges that we as entrepreneurs are facing. So I'm coming out of this with not just sort of like gyan or fundas about, how you build an MVP or create validation for your business, but those frameworks are useful, but I literally have, a phone filled of 6 little experiments that I'm going to be running, across different parts of what we're trying to do, from acquiring users to keeping people in the app to different features, all, that are aligned with what are our, real objectives as a startup at this stage, which is, establishing both proof of product and proof of business. I think the learnings and the frameworks and the actionable ideas that have come through just engaging with all these people, hopefully will leave MGuru in good stead for the coming months. So I think the perspective, I think perhaps I came in with, especially starting this, is that, build a great product, right? India's at a stage where even, something that we're building, which is for the masses, right? Especially in a B2C context, a B2C app, I'm like, okay, I can leave, business model is important and fundamental, right? But let me build a great product with great engagement and great traction. And keep always thinking about business model, but that will be step 2. Here, it's really product and business model are steps 1 together. And I think that rigor and that sort of wake-up call, I think has been brought to front of mind, especially over these last 3 days. And, a lot of the ideas that have come out of the program are a result of that. I think a lot of the education ecosystem and the people who are leaders in there, were there today, and they're really some of the best people to think about. I already knew Madan and Gaurav and those chaps from before, so I really respect their perspectives on the thing. If I could have maybe one type of mentor that would have been useful, would be someone with B2C experience, because that's our current approach. Someone who's grown an app business in India, right? A lot of education, rightly so, is B2B, and it's even sort of like the espoused philosophy of even the curriculum, which is fine, and I see why, especially how you think about things from growing a B2B or B2C business in the Indian context. I get that, but I could have used lenses on both sides, right? I think from a mentorship standpoint that would have been helpful, but I can't complain about the kind of learnings and insights and guidance that I've gotten over these first 3 days. I thought it was interesting to start off with failure is okay. I think entrepreneurs think about failure enough. So I guess it's a useful motivational tool. I think that's about it. I didn't find it necessarily super compelling. I don't know why you would start there, as in failure is okay or failure is just one other thing. Maybe I'll do that during my therapy sessions after, if MGuru doesn't take off. I'll read the article and make me feel better about myself. So I think the accelerator program, if it's anything like these 3 days, I think, it'll be great. And I think for us in particular, we're in this period, end of this year, is really where the rubber meets the road. And we need to make sure that proof of product is established, play around with some business models and raise around, all in these 3 months. And without the system of accountability that an accelerator like Forge provides, it'll be much tougher. So I think it's the perfect timing, right? Having this accelerator right now, so that, I'm always getting, Vish's or anyone's perspective. I'm keeping myself accountable. I'm the only founder, right? So having this support at this stage, I think is really important for us. So I think, part of my conviction early on was it's only in today's India or next year's India where bottom up is even possible, because now the average Indian has a smartphone. But absent of marketing costs or voodoo app getting viral business, which no one really understands how apps go viral in India yet, it seems, I don't know. So frankly, to this session brought in the importance of being both bottom up and top down. So it cannot be one or the other. It's not, especially when you're trying to bring an investor on, it has to be both. In the Indian context where schools and governments and that sort of stuff are too locked with everything, like Madan mentioned, partnerships are really going to drive growth. I think that's going to be especially the case for me. It's B2C. How do I generate awareness? It's going to be through any of these guys who have an established channel, with existing customers, and they're maybe looking, for one value add, and that'll be an opportunity for me to gain some access. Ideas, rigor, and accountability.